позже, по-моему.
Welcome back to ESA Summer 21. We are raising money for Save the Children. Links to donate can be found below the stream.
Он на Марио
Typing
Карте залетит.
mark donate into the chat. We would also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. And now it's time for Greenferret running Muppet RaceMania. Take it away.
Thank you very much.
И нам тут показывают Muppet RaceMania.
Hey, hey. How do you bloody do?
Right, well,
А представьте недельный русскофон. Ну, вообще, что-то бывало уже такое. Ну, как сказать, мы... Все зависит от того, как люди смотреть будут, как люди подавать будут. Так что, как бы, все можно устроить, если там просто... Если будет заинтересованность в этом деле. К сожалению, вот, типа, в России спидраны мало кому интересны. У нас на рестриме там человек 10 там, или куда меньше, короче, народу, чем там на японских, на немецких. К сожалению, да, у нас комьюнити очень, база комьюнити очень слабая. И там еще ГДК, про ГДК люди наслышаны, приходят там, на ESA вот вообще никто не приходит. Хотя, кстати, ESA, мне кажется, поинтереснее была. ГДК, как обычно, максимально там... Ну, там были приятные моменты. Да. Можно стримить раскафон в Японии. Кстати, у нас были... мы находили, короче, видосы с наших русскофонов на этих китайских хостингах. Была даже шутка, мол, надо как-то... Наверное, официальное представительство открыть просмотров на спидерах. Мне тоже очень понравилось ESA в сравнении по ранам, которые... Тут, короче, мы устраиваем аварии и прочее.
Sort of similar to, I mean, a lot of people probably haven't played this game, but it's a small little indie game.
Тоже вот это великолепная игра.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm surprised somebody's running that, to be honest.
Тут несколько разных режимов.
That was the first battle. We are now on the second battle. This is Volcano.
И у нас пока бои, вот это что-то в духе Demolition Derby происходит.
There is a lot of fruit on this level, which means the chances of me being special like that are very high.
Тут очень много фруктов на уровне, и враги могут наутать их и делать спешл атаки. Это неприятно.
Oh, this is
another one. You can sacrifice some of your boost to get out of it early. I'm not doing that at the moment because, well, I need all the boost I can get so I can special everyone I'm running against. Also, fun fact, you can jump in this game. There's no drifting, like most kart racers, but you can jump directly in the air.
Тут можно прыгать. Дрифта, в принципе, нету, просто катаешься на машинке. Достаточно простая такая физика.
Which are sort of precision platforming levels in a go-kart. This is a lot of specials.
Yeah, my lord, my goodness.
Like far more than average.
You're getting rinsed by these NPCs. What did you do to them?
I know, like, well, as I've said before, these end levels notoriously difficult.
If we're including your specials, I think that's, I think this is now up to 10 specials, and yeah. We're only a couple of minutes into the run.
Another one.
Вот, накидывают спешл мува против нас. Это плохой да?
I love it. Only in a marathon run, you know? This is always where it happens.
Just remember.
Используем порталы, чтобы варпаться.
It's for the kids.
Вот. Вот, кидает, короче, бомба, курица. Ну-ка, не попал, не попал.
I mean, just while we're taking our time here, being chased down by animal, is there other mechanics that we should try and explain?
Отлично, попал курицей.
You see here in the middle, this is a little teleporter, which is fun. While you're in the teleporter, you're actually immune to specials, which just happened. That's what that horn sound is.
Да, вот тут телепорт, и он делает нас очень уязвимыми.
Cut me off, right? This might be too deep knowledge, right? But no, there's a fun piece of trivia. When you are being specialed, you can use your own special juice in that beaker to exit out quicker. Yes. But you can't do that in all versions of the game, right?
No. You can't. You're correct. We run the American version of the game, the NTSC version. The PAL version is completely different and is a bit.
Кстати, есть марафон, короче, чисто Ubisoft игр. Этот самый. Не помню, как называется, но, короче, да, такое вот развлечение в speedrun комьюнити существует. Но в целом... ну этот самый Тетрис Ubisoft был сейчас. И он лагал. Вообще как сволочь. Да.
So, as with all the battles, pretty much all I want to do is avoid them as much as possible, because losing a battle, all tracks, by the way, you have to win all tracks.
Ну, кстати, GTA San Andreas с русскофоном было вообще, там с мегафоном, по-моему, я уж не помню. Но 100% СА было вообще офигенное. Так, вот он, короче, бьет врагов, лутается овощами. Короче, да, надо кушать овощи, чтобы кидать петухов у врагов.
Like not post-credit, normal view, like over-the-shoulder view levels, called Laboratory.
Yes,
I believe.
Laboratory.
It's very similar, only a few changes.
Марафон на неделю 24/7 в игру почти нереально. Я не согласен с этим утверждением, но... В принципе, раннеров у нас много. Но вообще, да, типа...
There will be another 7 battles after this one, but not immediately. Next up, I'm going to be doing some races. There'll be 3 races after this.
Okay, so, chat, how about a little challenge for you? Can we get to the $55,000 mark before the 3 races that come after this battle are over?
Ooh.
Let's see it done.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Не обязательно делать просто марафон, в котором что-то новое будет. Мне кажется, там, что значит не пересекаться с прошлыми играми и категориями. Так это же никто не смотрит. На самом деле. Если бы мы сделали какой-то большой марафон, был бы, наверное, это, возможно, людей бы привлекло как-то больше. Как будто у нас тут люди сидят, какие-то завсегдатаи, которые вот мошнят, что вот, я эту рану уже смотрел. Да никто не смотрел никакие раны. Наверное, люди готовы там 20 раз Devil May Cry 4 Horizon посмотреть. Им окей будет. Не надо загоняться по поводу того, что это вот ESA, ГТК загоняется, что вот, там этот ран уже был, вот мы его не будем показывать. Ну, на самом деле, я считаю, это правильная политика.
In this game, it operates a lot more like Simon Says. So there will be the face buttons for the PlayStation 1 showing up on the screen, and the highlighted button you have to press as quick as you can. Pressing it will give you one boost, but if you press it fast, you'll get 2 boosts, and you have to do that as quick as you can for 5 seconds. And after that, you get a certain amount of boost. As you can see here, if you do miss input, you lose 1 boost, but
Ну, тут, короче, мы собираем бусты. Нам надо не пропускать инпут, это такая КТшка. Все, кроме Golden Sun, осуждаю.
We've ever been able to get in starting boost for this game is... Ooh, damn.
30, right?
Well, we've never gotten to 30. 28 is the highest that we've ever been able to get.
I think the highest I've done is 26. My reactions aren't great. So, this is one of probably the most difficult race in the game, just in terms of winning.
Очень сложная гонка во всей игре. Вот. Райер говорит, вот он World Record держит по этому уровню, по индивидуальным сегментам. И это абсолютно скотский уровень. Главное, короче, не ловить спешила.
Right, onto this is the last race in the end. This is Glacier. So
overhead level.
Yeah.
After this we go back to a normal sort of camera until we get to stunts, and then it's a little different. But you know, for the most part, a normal camera.
So another fun, fairly recent discovery we had about the ice mechanics in this game is that...
Ну, значит, Сэм чисто ради мема ранился там борда на 8 человек. Сэм это великий стиль Сэм, это великий страны. Я не могу, к сожалению, забанить Микаразм в чате. Но я не хочу такое случить.
And you can sort of maintain that maximum level of boost by using the ice.
Ну, в принципе, собрать марафон в течение полгода и устроить раз в полгода нормальный марафон, это круто. На самом деле, Диагон базу говорит.
Pretty much got the nail on the head there. That's basically exactly it there. Yeah, tap boosting allows you to maintain.
Надо учиться играть долго, так сказать.
Traction and grip there is on the terrain. So yeah.
Do we have time for a donation or two, because they have been piling up a bit?
Yes, absolutely, we do. There's a little bit of menuing after this, so nothing exciting is going to happen for a while. So please go ahead.
Диагон гений, подписывайтесь на него. Не согласен, он сегодня какую-то фигню стримил. Мне не понравилось. Лучше бы потом подрубил.
Always fun to watch. Let's go over that $60K. And we have $30 from Dark Wolf from the French restream saying for the children. And yes, this is all for the children. So if you want to help out, please donate. Even as little as $5 will help a great amount. So please, if you have anything left, come and donate. It's for a really good cause.
All right, thank you so much. So now we're back to our regularly scheduled programming, the normal camera.
Теперь у нас нормальная камера. Покча. Вот это уже пободрее выглядит. Наконец-то нормальная карта, нормальная камера.
Instead of just selecting the levels individually, saves a bit of time with menuing. The only risk though is if you lose a battle, we have to quit out of the battle league and then go and select level individually. So hopefully, I've been practicing my battles. Hopefully we don't lose any. It can happen though. Because currently we don't really have any strategies. There's no speed strategies to win the battles. It's just get good, basically.
Райер говорит, вот тут, короче, касательно спецстраты, побед того, как быстро ушатывать врагов, просто get good, ребят, get good. Отлично, вырубил одну цель. Еще одного вырубил. Отлично. Special move нафармил. Отлично. Изи.
well, at most 200 health away from being knocked out. You have 1,000 health per battle, and each weapon is 100. So, if you see someone who's sort of, I usually call it spluttering. I don't know what else to call it other than low health, I guess. But when you see that, that means I can just get 2 weapons and knock them out straight away.
And you can Goomba people as well, right?
We can Goomba people. So, Goombaing people, as you may have guessed, is jumping on their heads, which also does exactly 100 damage. Obviously, easier to do it to the smaller characters. So, again, there's a bit of RNG in which characters you go up against. But I've got, like, Pepe, who's quite short, which is good.
Get Goomba'd.
Get Goomba'd. Sometimes I'm going to get Goomba'd a lot as well. Oh no, I'm very low health. So I'm going to try and stay away from everybody as much as I can. Collect a bit of boost. And every so often I can hear the chickens. So yeah, Zeep, can you do a bit of explaining with what the different weapons do? Because I'm gonna try hard a bit just now to make sure I don't get knocked out.
Very, very fair. So there are 4 main weapons in the game. The weapons which you collect in the stars. The weapons are the fish, the chicken, the bomb, and the penguin. The fish, chicken, and bomb all shoot forward.
Тут есть, короче, 4 оружия: рыба, курица, цыпленок и пингвин. Нет, стоп, курица и цыпленок это одно и то же.
Ну ладно. Go to select courses, and now we're gonna have to do this for the remainder of the battles.
По-моему, там мышь
just jump into the battle
или что-то типа того. Я
I mean, as I've said before, there's no real speedrun strats for the battles, and I even as someone who holds, like, I think
Боба, по-моему. Вот мышь, да, мы.
Even I lose them. Like, it's a children's game, but it is very difficult.
Да, и говорят, особых страт нету, просто жаритесь, жарить. Играете хорошо.
But yeah, so there are 4 main weapons in the game, and I say main weapons because you can also jump on people's heads, and I'd classify that as a weapon. And then you've got your special attack, which is some weird-ass weapon. So, but there are 4 main weapons which you pick up from stars. The fish is a straight line projectile, where you shoot it forwards and it'll explode on the first thing that it hits. So a wall or a Muppet, anything like that, it'll explode. A chicken in races will home in on the nearest target, but I say home in, I mean really badly home in.
Yeah, it sort of roughly follows like a line of best fit for, you know, the sort of optimum route, but it varies a little bit.
Не, у Кармагеддона так себе спидран, потому что там надо тебе перепроходить одни и те же уровни несколько раз. Потому что тебе недостаточно просто пройти уровни, чтобы открыть следующие уровни. Тебе надо вот пройти одни и те же уровни с разными условиями там. И там очень долгий спидран получается из-за этого.
Upward direction, like in an upward forward direction, but it's still mainly just forwards, and it will bounce off walls, so you can pull off some pretty insane trick shots.
Кидаем всякие бомбы, они у нас тут отскакивают от стен, получаются очень такие жесткие трикшоты.
Hey, nice. And then there is the penguin, which just shoots behind you. It's sort of like a banana peel in Mario Kart.
Да, есть пингвин еще, да, он стреляет назад. Мы собираем оружие на этом, короче, на звездочке. За звездочки нам дают оружие. Короче, мышка это бомба, короче, просто. Кстати, на нас прожали спешл мув, и мы стали на какое-то время бананом. Да, потому что на фруктах, короче, боты очень быстро фармят спешла. У каждого там персонажа свой спешл.
That was Sal's, just some bananas. Pepe's, for example, just makes you short, just makes you small, but you get to move. Yeah. If there are any more donations, now would be a good time. I'm basically just having to hunt down this last person.
Oh, wonderful, because we do have them keeping piling up. We have a $25 from Dimitarou saying ESA greetings from the Russian racing community. Thanks a lot for letting us see this great event this time. Good luck and have fun.
Вернулся, что ли?
$50 from Joey Mac.
Забавно, как бомба отскакивает, она... Короче... Это спрайт, который крутится туда-сюда. Ничего себе, там Махач пошел. Как у раннера голова не кружится от этих маневров. Отлично, он забил последнего.
Come on, people, we can get there.
We can definitely get there.
That's amazing. It's great to be part of such a good cause. So, this is Chamber. This is a notoriously difficult level as well. I feel like we're going to be saying that a lot with the battles. It's very large. There's a lot of places to run.
Ну, первым, что делаем, это фармим. Кругами ездим по ресурсам.
Just hide and get through, and there's not a lot of easy ways to do that in this level. You have to sort of hang around at the top there, or down at the bottom here, but it can be quite risky.
Так, закидываем пацана. Рискованно, но наносим очень много урона. Вот, он на мышь получил очень сильно.
About these levels, and that's because we've been mainly doing the end levels, is all of the levels, all the main levels in this game are all influenced by 6 different Muppet movies that were released at the time that this game was released. So
так, рыба пошла. Нормально, урон накидывает. Это не мыши, это пингвины. Я, наверное, перепутал. Они похожи. Почему-то странно выглядят. Это, да, это пингвины вроде.
And Muppets from Space. And we can all debate which one is the best one, but that will...
I think we all know the answer. I'm not going to say it, but I think we all know it.
I think we do all know it.
Yeah, and I think it would divide us.
Симулятор автошколы, да.
Yeah.
Это, конечно, сильно сказано. Закрой глаза, да, можешь просто слушать. Честно говоря, я сам трудом слежу за тем, что происходит. Ну, просто головокружительная игра. Уровни очень большие, они довольно вертикальные. Это не то, что можно увидеть там в Марио Карте или где-то еще. Это не просто какой-то клон картинга. Это реально полноценная игра со своими механиками.
Is one of the levels where bosses are just more annoying as well. So,
oh yeah, that's a fun fact about this game. Yes, this kart racer has boss levels where you have to beat different themed bosses in each of the battle modes.
Говорят, тут есть уровни с боссами.
Again, for a kids game, very difficult.
Очень сложно для детской игры, говорит ранее. Говорит, что типа он страдал, когда в нее играл в детстве. Валим боком. Ну, мы поворачиваем, но дрифта у нас нет. Как такового.
I think there is a category for it, which is a lot of fun, all bosses. And one of the former world record holders was noted as saying that it's difficult to be good at, is how he phrased it, and I couldn't agree more. It's difficult to be good at the boss fights.
But yes, this is Lagoon. This is a much smaller battle level.
Этот уровень довольно
I
теснее.
don't like about this level
Вот
is the
мы
fact that it
видим
is
врага,
a
но
very round level,
не можем
which ruins
настичь.
my normal strategy in battle levels of just shooting weapons off walls. That's usually my strategy when it comes to this game. And
Ну, ранее, короче, стратегия это стрелять из оружия, вот из бомб в стены. Они потому что прилетают, потом обратно отлетают.
Ooh.
Good little string of bombas I got in there. Hey, and he ran right into that thing. No bother at all.
Hey, that's what we like to see.
So for those who are listening out, and I would recommend that you do, the music in this game was written by like the actual original Muppet.
Говорят, короче, музыка к игре написана композитором как раз телепередачи, она в принципе очень крутая.
I swapped through a lot. I would change mine, but honestly, the music is phenomenal in this game. Very, very underrated in terms of video game soundtracks, I'd say. Very underrated game, absolutely. I'd say.
It is excellent. I've added it to my jogging playlist.
Nice, very good.
О, отлично.
I added an extra 5k.
Wow, did you hear that?
Yeah, so now I can run 25k.
Unbelievable.
Nice.
I can run 25k.
Отлично.
So yeah, this is the level that was
Вот,
similar to
стараемся, да,
the one that we had at the end, back at the start.
Как можно больше.
I'm just gonna go around the outside, collect lots of fruit, use my special and fire at these guys.
Берем, короче, фрукты, сейчас можно поджарить их спешилами.
Oh, do we have donations?
Да, короче, прожимать спешил очень быстро. Очень больно.
We have $20 from a blind PK saying, have seen some of the great runs this week. Gotta reach that 55,000. Thanks to ESA and all the great
Если
runs.
можно прыгать, есть банихов. Нет, здесь нет физики. Как таковой, по-моему, вообще. Она очень тесная в этом плане. Ничего себе.
So please keep those donations coming, so I will have much to read whenever there's time for that.
Thank you very much. I got very lucky there to not lose this battle, so I'm gonna
супер атака вот эта на фруктах, она прям очень сильно жарит.
Cheese all the levels, I'm gonna say, all the battle levels. There's always somewhere that you can just hide. Oh, that's unbelievable.
О, он отлетел. Не повезло, не повезло. Придется сначала, то есть все сначала.
Yeah, there's always somewhere that you can hide. It's just not typically very fast.
Отлетел,
so usually we try to, go a bit, be a bit riskier in order to save a bit of time. But yeah, something else that I think is worth mentioning that was just on display there. We don't really know how the hit mechanics work. We've never been able to work it out properly. We were always sort of under the impression that if you drive faster into someone, you'll damage them. But it doesn't always seem to work that way. And sometimes you can just sort of clip underneath people, as I did there at the end. I fell underneath Clifford and he managed to knock me out. But yeah, if anybody is any good at reverse engineering or PS1 games, please let us know.
Надеемся, сейчас ранее не допустит таких ошибок. Да, но он агрессивно сыграл, он прям там много тараншил.
I mean, you can see the level loading in all the time, but it still looks really good.
Вот сейчас смотрите, все.
I think what makes it sort of stand the test of time is
все собрались прям в центре карты и подъехал, подгрыз кого-то.
It's got lots of pop in, but it's not distracting.
Сейчас опять же подфармливает все, что потратил. Отлично. Может дальше жарить.
To your face, and then you're like,
нокаут.
That's real creepy.
The loading screens are insane.
Loading screens are very weird.
They're so scary.
Еще один, очень быстро. Ничего себе, отлично. Здорово.
I remember the first time streaming this game, and that was Big Haircut's comment to me was like, "What are those loading screens?" And I had just been completely desensitized to it. I played this game to death as a child, countless hours. I never even thought about it until someone pointed out. I was like, actually, loading screens kind of creepy. Just a little bit.
Райнер говорит, что вот когда он начал стримить эту игру, его часто спрашивали, а что с этими экранными загрузками? А он не понимал, в чем дело, потому что он играл в нее в детстве и не замечал никаких проблем, но сейчас, оглядываясь, он понимает, что все-таки немного они криповые, вот эти экраны загрузки все-таки.
After this, we're going to do a few races, a special battle race, and then we'll be moving on to the stunts. Which,
special move, жарим, прыгаем.
Honestly, I'm not terribly good at the stunts. But they are a lot of fun. There's a lot
Очень хорошо.
Cool glitches that we can utilize. And
от стеночки.
I would recommend anybody to look up, if you've enjoyed watching the Muppets here today, I would encourage anyone to look up the stunt world record run, because it is phenomenal to watch. Like, it's it's such a... I don't know if it's necessarily the most optimized category, but it's it's a category that looks the best, I think. It's great visually to watch, like a perfect stunt run in this game.
Да, рыбу не попадает.
Yeah, perfect stunts look just... They just look seamless. Like you're almost
жарит.
the entire time. And it's like full-on precision platforming that you're having to do. So holding accelerate the entire time during precision platforming is just ridiculous. It's like pulling off a perfect run in RaceMania or something like that.
So we just got the Swedish chef and Sam left to get. They're both on low health. There we go.
Так, тут двое на low HP, он просто влетает, кидает рыбу и раскатывает.
Part of the run that definitely takes the most time, especially if you lose a battle. It's pretty risky. It's why I tend to do them first, just saves on resets.
Надо burst хватать.
We're out of the battles and we're into
a few
races before I do the stunts.
Стараться не пропустить.
Here we are in Fraggle Rock,
22 бурста.
which was another Jim Henson property.
Жесткая курица прилетела.
Yeah, and we got this phenomenal scat singing if you can listen out for it.
Ничего себе срез.
This is definitely one of the tracks that just bops. Like the music in this level just bops.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know it's like almost 12-bar blues-ish, but you know, 12-bar blues is fun.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Это совершенно сумасшедший трек вот по вот этому шорткату. Просто не оставляет шансов боту.
Something you may notice me doing, I did it in my last lap there. When I jumped in the air, I fired a bomb. We recently found out that when you fire a weapon in this game, it alters your momentum ever so slightly. So we call it weapon turning. You can use it to take corners really tightly by pushing yourself just a little bit away from the wall to stop yourself from bonking without really giving up too much speed at all. But it also works vertically. If I fire a bomb up in the air, it'll push me down, spend less time in the air, more time on the ground with a bit of traction. So,
like all normal cars, you drive faster on the ground rather than the air.
One of the fundamentals of cars, I'm told. I'm no expert though. So this is Disco, which has the opening theme music as its music. It's I think it is the longest race in the game. It takes about 2 minutes. And
кстати, очень долгая, самая долгая гоночка в игре. Она типа пару минут длится.
And I will lose, or for that matter, if anybody else takes 1000 damage. You can unlock battle races.
Надо постараться не получить урона.
Which I think is a really cool mechanic. For the reason I put so much time into this game when I was younger.
Ну это какой-то уровень из Crew Squad, честно говоря, уже.
A battle race, you have to run it as a battle race.
Sorry to interrupt. You keep saying that, you know, this is why I played it so much as a kid, but you've probably played it more in the past, like 6 months.
Просто я вперед.
Yes, during the pandemic.
Не особо жесткие механики.
Yeah, I put in hundreds of hours since
Прожимаю вот эту штучку и улетаю вообще очень далеко.
If there's more donations, now would be a good time. It's going to take me a little bit to finish this level.
Вот. Сами там фрукты собираем, чтобы можно было так ускоряться очень сильно. Так, на нас спешл мув накинули. Ужик такой.
And we have $5 from a Neweller saying 55,555 hype. So yeah, let's get there. We are not even $600 away from that. So if everyone can just chip in $5, we will squash that immediately.
Oh, it's gonna be a scoosh.
Yeah, so please keep them coming.
Thank you very much.
Теперь у нас такой псевдо-двухмерный уровень.
We are onto the stunt levels. They have this sort of 2.5D perspective, a little bit like Little Big Planet.
2,5 перспектива такая.
There's going to be a bunch of those. For sort of licensed property kart racer made in the early 2000s, this game is full of content. There's so much to do.
Короче, невероятно много контента в этой игре.
There are among, I think, probably the most creative ideas. I mean, platforming in a kart racer, I think, is such a cool idea.
Definitely is a very unique idea. I don't think anybody would look at Crash Tag Team Racing and be like, "Ooh, you know what we need? Platforming." Yeah, they did do that in like.
Тут платформинг с машинами у Мао. И он еще немножко скипнул часть, потому что начал стрелять во время прыжка.
That's right. We go.
You sound better from this.
Жестко.
Like, what were they thinking? The idiots.
You're not platforming in cars. I don't know what you're doing. I don't want.
So one of the donations we're asking Greenferret, is there going to be a Muppet's Treasure Island track?
Well, this is a Muppet Treasure Island track. This is Mountain. But there will also be a race later on, which is specifically called Treasure Island. So don't worry, there will be plenty of Treasure Island left to come.
Это вот уровень остров сокровищ.
There's 3.
3 tracks.
I know. Well, 3 left. So Lagoon that we did earlier is a Muppet Treasure Island level. This is Mountain, which is also a Muppet Treasure Island level. We have a level just called Treasure Island, and there's another one called Duck. Which is a very interesting level, I think, speedrun-wise, because currently the meta in that speedrun, in that level, is to basically avoid avoid being specialed instead of just go fast. Which is controversial in speedrunning communities.
Sometimes
жестко пролезает. Да, вот эта секция с платформингом, это, конечно, пространство для спидрана. Потому что все, что касается платформинга, можно сломать. И здесь в этой игре это неплохо получается. Вот гоночки плохо ломают. Ну а когда начинается что-то в таком духе...
Until recently, where we made a decision to come up with some cool names for different strategies. So when those come up, I'll let you know some of the fun names that we have. We actually have a couple of strategies named after our co-commentators today that will appear later on.
Oh, you guys
осталось совсем чуть-чуть до конца игры.
Also, there's one named after you, I believe, Greenferret. Or is it more like a kind of lifestyle?
Yes, there are
Очередной уровень сильно сбоку.
Optimizations in this game. One, I basically stole from a different level that someone came up with, and it works the same. We'll see that. It's called in the studio. I found a proxy in Mountain, which I attempted and missed. But there is a trick, a notoriously difficult trick that, to date, Zeev is the only person to be able to achieve. It's called, and we call it a Z-Believe because of that.
Ну, фармит.
One of my
нам
viewers
пригодятся.
once asked me if I would attempt it, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna give it a go, and I didn't manage it. I will attempt it this run as well. It doesn't lose that much time if you don't get it right. But I attempted the run and I missed it, and I was like, oh, no Z-Believe. And someone said, only green believe today.
И используем вот эти вот.
Yeah, and the community really ran with that.
People really enjoy that, yeah.
Окей, налетели, короче, нормально, пофармили овощи и использовали вот, для буста, чтобы под конец быстро доехать.
Next up, we've got Diner. This is one of my favorite stunts. When done optimally, when done properly, you basically don't let go of accelerate, and you just have to hop the whole way through. I did not manage that there, but yeah, it's again.
Так, немножко
you
подругил,
get a chance,
чувак.
watch a stunt run of this game, because like they are phenomenal.
I mean, honestly, if you get the chance, watch as many runs of this game as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be great. But you know, if you only got to watch one,
yeah, I would definitely recommend.
Yeah, definitely recommend the stunts. Stunts
Nice.
are very, very weird and wacky, and very different to other kart racing games. But yeah, this stunt is basically over.
Такой вот трюкачный уровень.
Next stunt restaurant, which
каскадерный.
has the best tune in the game.
Вот эти вот категории тут все каскадерные трюки, они прям вообще клевые. Опять же фармим, нам нужно турбо.
A lot of the stunt levels, as you may have noticed, are basically cycle based. So at the moment, I'm just gonna have to wait on a couple of lifts because not a faster way to do it.
Вот, он тут немного не попал в цикл. Не успел на лифт.
Okay, we well, I can remind people that when they donate,
опять же, не успел в цикл.
Не везет,
не везет. Вообще ни на один.
The ViewSonic Elite VX 2705-2KP for a minimum of $35, or the ViewSonic Elite XG270 with a minimum donation of $25. Both are
пошел,
really
пошел,
great
о, ё-моё. Вот это ланч, прыгает в портал. Не долетел, не получилось.
And yeah, get your donations in right now.
О, что-то раннер прям аккуратно пошел совсем.
Well, the 55,000 for now, the 55,555 after that, but the grand total of $60,000 is our real goal, because then you will all get Resident Evil Village at the end of this marathon.
Ну что там, пока не собрали на Resident Evil Village.
Keep those donations coming.
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you so much. I would love to watch a Resident Evil run. I really enjoy Resident Evil runs. There we go. That jump there at the end is always just feels so risky. I always feel like I'm just gonna fall down and have to do that section again. But here we go. We have one stunt left.
Отлично.
Funfair.
Приехал.
Another cycle-based stunt.
Тоже трюкачная трасса такая, основанная на циклах.
Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. But so basically, as you know, as a consumer of this media, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, but cycle-based. You know, let's just pluck an idea from the air. It's sort of like waiting for a bus.
Раннер сейчас передвигается достаточно быстро.
You're just going to need to wait for the next time that bus comes round on schedule. Very fitting metaphor that I just made up in the spot.
Just picked out of nowhere. Yeah. I think that's a really good description of what a cycle-based is.
But if you guys have a more kind of elegant way of putting it, then by all means.
I don't think I could sum it up any better than that. I think you've hit the nail on the head there.
Да.
Yeah, I think so too.
Насобирали фруктов, делаем турбо.
Having to wait for this thing.
Да, мы, короче, так себе цикл, короче, попал.
Gonna try this strategy. Yes, it works.
Вот.
There you go.
That's what we like to hear.
Sometimes you can bonk when trying to do that jump, but fortunately, did not happen this time. So, last stunt.
Так, доехали до конца. Да, тут была, короче, метафора про то, что если вы не попадаете в цикл, это как будто вы, короче, опоздали на автобус, и вам придется задать следующий. Но... Я думаю, все тут понимают, что такое попасть в цикл.
and just skip the entire race.
Это они прям слишком сильно. Ну, кстати, вот это жестко было. Нашли его по такой скип, и он все скипает. Очень круто.
It was a really funny day, honestly. But yeah, the race, if you do it normally, is usually about a minute long. That was less than 10 seconds there, so a little bit of a time save, a little bit.
Just a touch. Every frame counts, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
So what Greenferret will be going for now is this level is also has a big cycle in it, which if he misses this cycle, then he will lose round about 5
Так,
seconds.
в лифт опять залетели, по циклу попали.
Нормально. And that is taking the elevator.
Yeah, a lot of lifts in this game. A lot of lifts.
There's a lot of lifts. You got pulley systems and elevators and a few other things which I can't remember. But we got a lot.
Yeah, double lift is, as we call it, is the best, the fastest way to complete this level, and it is very close. You can only just scrape by doing it. That's the one thing we hoped wouldn't happen is getting special like that. I was trying to save a little bit of boost to get a star boost to avoid that. It didn't work out.
Отлично.
Yeah, the Happiness Hotel, probably one of the most optimized tracks. The top 3 times are all 124 something. Just because it's basically a 1-lap race. You hit double lift and then you just gotta nail the last lap.
Yeah.
So on Central Park, a longer track, not really any tricks. It's quite an honest track, I'd say. You just gotta drive optimally, tight lines. There's in-game shortcuts that you can take. So now would be a good time for any announcements as well.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Let me please remind you that we are raising money for Save the Children, who has delivered quality education to
Что за Konami код он вводит перед стартом? Короче, перед стартом надо сделать КПЕшку, и он получает бусты. Чем больше делает, тем больше бустов. Да. Ну, ничего страшного, типа, можно еще раз объяснить. Все равно тут, на самом деле-то ничего особо по игре не происходит. Многие типа поздно подходят. Наверное, и правда стоит многие механики несколько раз объяснять. Ну вот, короче, да, у нас тут есть всякие бомбы, курицы, пингвины. Вот. И супероружие, в данном случае это огнемет. Или турбобуст. Да. Да, ну типа в гонках мы его как турбо используем, а в этих самых, в выживаче, так сказать, мы им поджигаем врагов. Вот, и, короче, фрукты это чтобы откатилась шкала, супер пушки, спешл мува. О, нормально нас в цирк превратили. И звездочки нам дают оружие. Нормально тут что-то по шорткату пошли. Поджигать тряпичных маппетов. Да, это эффективно. Опять против нас используют пешему. Короче, да, вот на картах, где много овощей и фруктов, раннеры очень, вернее, боты очень легко фармят против спешл-атаки. Это такая палка о двух концах. Вот, он опять набирает бусты. 26 бустов.
Oh my god, it was kinda awful. Kinda awful.
So some of the other cars have little, like some obviously are slower or are have better handling. There's a cool little mechanic where there are cover the bomb out. There we go.
Oh, no,
that's a hard skip to do there.
О, вот этот сложный скип.
Oh wow.
Ничего себе.
Honestly, I didn't even know about that.
Жесткий шорткат.
But there's a cool mechanic where there are cars that don't have any wheels that just float across water, which will be very useful in the next level that we have up, which will be another treasure island now.
This donator's really getting their money's worth there.
Lots
Да, тут вообще совершенно странные, короче, шорткаты в этих гонках, в этой игре.
This is what I should have done that first time. Is fired a weapon at that crate, sneak through there.
That was sick. See, that's the first time you jump around that barrel. I never knew that was possible.
Yeah, same. I've been running this game for years. I didn't know you could do that.
И, короче, люди говорят, я не знал, что так можно сделать, да. Я ранил эту игру, типа, годами и не знал, что тут можно больше, типа, перепрыгнуть.
Guys, can I drop in quickly with an announcement?
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have reached the $55,000.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. So our next goal, at least my next goal, is the quintuple 5. So the 55,555. Can we get that by the end of this run? I think you can do it, chat. So please, please, keep them coming.
Yeah, we got this. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
And thanks everyone who's donating. That's an absolutely phenomenal number to hear.
Там еще $5000 осталось, смотрели, даже чуть меньше.
With a nice little sea shanty tune.
Клип.
As I mentioned before, the way that we typically do this level is to try and get.
Нам надо было финалку бонус-гейма поставить, или типа того, тогда бы люди купили на это, хотя тоже не факт.
The RNG is too great to just try and go fast. You gotta go slow to go fast, basically.
Exactly. Here you can show off piggy mode if you want.
I think I will next lap show off piggy mode.
That's extremely fair.
So this is piggy mode, as we affectionately call it. Is basically it steers for you. It's an auto steer. Obviously we don't use it that much, but I use it here. Like that, just to make sure that I get all that fruit when I turn around that corner, because
собираем очень много фруктов на этом уровне, прям фруктов почти полного.
Yeah, I needed all of them to get it, so you gotta make sure you hit every single fruit there.
Exactly, because we want to be in that star boost right there, that mega star boost.
Да, чтобы получить мега звездный буст.
In amongst it, lapping all these guys.
О, боты мешают, капец.
Yeah. And I have realized. Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. Last up, we got Secret Base, the last race in League A. But we're gonna do League B after this. And it has one of the tricks that we decided to give a slightly better name. It has the Big Haircut jump, named after Big Haircut, just because he really likes it.
That's me.
It is you.
In the flesh. So it was this jump that got me hooked onto this game. I mean, I'll let you guys see for yourself. If Ferret can pull it off. Oh, that was so smooth.
It was a decent one. I'll try and get a good looking one, because the first lap one is never that good because you have to break that vent. And I should have mentioned this ages ago. If something has a target on it, it means you can blow it up with a weapon.
Просто вылетаем из вентиляции, прыгаем и залетаем в следующую вентиляцию на подъеме. Отлично. Такой вот скип большой. Ну, то есть вообще оптимально залетает. Оптимально.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, you gotta have parent supervision before you throw fish.
Nice big haircut jump there.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah, really good big haircut jumps there.
Ой, как его стукнули. Ну, нормально.
So, as I mentioned before, if you win a league, you go to this screen, which is the podium and all the podium levels you can do. So this is Studio, very quick race, and the only skip that in this that I found. It's basically the same as Swamp Skip that we saw earlier, where you can drive on the outside, and if you're touching this wall, you can cross the line. But if you go around here, you're not touching it anymore. Let me try that again.
Он сейчас скип пытается сделать. Так.
I've just messed this up a little bit, but it's okay,
Ничего не получается.
It's okay.
I wasted a lot of time trying to do this. Would you believe I did not win? I came fifth, I didn't even win.
Он еще и проиграл. Воу. Но скип получился.
Hey, this has never happened before.
This has never happened before, да. Never happened before.
So this is the normal way of doing the level.
This is how you would normally do it.
Look at all these frames that you're saving as well.
I know, that's actually a little known technique. Saves a couple frames.
Couple frames.
There we go. So now we can move on to League B. These will be the last 6 races. And we start in Ghost Town. Which has a cool skip in it that we used to call the wall skip, but we decided it needs a better name than that, so now we call it the G-Town High Jump, where
Ghost Town, тут есть...
that wall that I just sort of jumped at and hit,
Он должен был перепрыгнуть стену, но что-то не
very
вышло.
difficult to do lap 1, and quite difficult to do in lap 2, but I'm going to see if I can get one for you. This is another race where, because of the length of it, and because of the amount of fruit, we usually go for safer strategies, try and get a star boost in the final lap just to avoid any specials. Oof. Every time I hear a chicken, it fills me with dread. It haunts my dreams, the sound of a chicken in these races.
Yeah, sounds of chickens are not fun.
Не смог скипнуть, не везет. Ну ладно, у него еще есть круг. Так что надеемся, он сможет.
Exactly. The developers intended that people would fail the first 2 times, so that's when they went, we'll stick another lap on.
We've got to. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this was all single lap races.
Ooh. That's an early special, so I'm not going to be able to do the safe strat.
Ooh.
That is a G-Town high jump.
Whoa! Хорош.
I think it's
nice.
It's one of those tricks where I'm like, it looks like I'm speedrunning, rather than just playing this game quickly. I was like, that's a speedrun trick, that's a cool one.
Oh yeah.
And it was beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, thank you very much. Kind of you to say.
Покушайте скипы в гоночках. Если хотя бы один на марафоне получился, уже круто. У меня, помню, что-то такое было на моем ранее какой-то Тинзуше. По-моему, я там 1 или 2 раза сделал. И он там единственный типа в игре был. И я, мне, в принципе,
got 2 very cool tricks actually, I'd say. At the start of the lap, there is the Z Believe. Zeev, I think you should do the honors to explain what that trick is.
Alright, so if you saw what Greenferret was doing just there, he went all the way around in order to jump past the stairs. I'm just gonna show off this, just let him show off this clip. Yep, that's a clip in this level.
Very cool trick in the game.
Опа, клипаемся.
Exactly.
Нормально.
As you can see, he jumps. He has to drive all the way to the other side.
Ну, под конец рано прям самое это самое.
The Z Believe allows you to basically use the stairs as a ramp.
Да, вот он.
Yourself over the barricade.
Забавный клип.
And skip having to drive around. It saves about 2 seconds if you can hit it. But you know, you need to have the perfect lineup for it, and it's really odd.
To date, Z Believe is the only person who has managed to do that trick, and you've only done it a handful of times.
Oh yeah, like I
просто падаем.
It today, and like in a 45-minute session, I only managed to hit it once.
Прикольно.
So, you need the perfect amount of boost and the perfect lineup. So you got. I'm afraid I didn't hit a Z Believe. So I hit a Green Believe, one might say. But I did manage to hit those clips, which were quite good. Like those. Oh no. So, this is a very frustrating thing that happens sometimes. you can see on my screen that there is an arrow. And the arrow is pointing in the direction the game thinks you should go. When you get hit by a weapon or by a character, or you get goombas, you spin around a little bit and then you start pointing in the direction the arrow thinks you should be going, which sometimes puts you in a very awkward position. Oof, I'm being bullied this level. And so sometimes you end up just in the complete wrong direction, which is very annoying, and it'll take you a little second to autocorrect. Well, correct the autocorrect.
Yeah, it's even worse in the PAL version, because if you bump into a wall in the PAL version, it will turn you towards the way that the arrow is going. But there is also no arrow in the PAL version, so you don't know which way it's going to turn you.
Уже заканчивается.
Very weird.
В принципе.
New York City. Next up, we have Graveyard, and of course, to make a legitimate run, as we say in the community, you have to attempt swag strat.
Говорят, сейчас будут свэг-страты. Блин, прикольно. Под самый конец рана уже самые интересные клипы, скипы и прочее. В общем-то, так-то ран довольно разнообразный. Вот это жестко. Ничего себе. Ничего себе. Вау. Вот это сильно. Вот это очень крутая страта. Она не особо сейвит, но очень красивая. Очень крутая. Очень модно.
I like the use of teleports in this level. I think it's quite a cool idea. Like, because when I was younger playing this game, I would have never come up with that.
Oh yeah,
nice.
It's very weird. You don't usually think that, or at least in this game, teleporters usually don't help you that much.
Да, шорткаты реально поехавшие тут. Разработчики немного, конечно, губу дали. С этими шорткатами. Очень странные.
So again, this is a fairly standard race. Just using the in-game shortcuts, no real speedrun tech. Any donations?
Oh, we do. We have $20 from Gib34 saying, I think these loading screens are the real Resident Evil. The RE run should still happen though. Let's do this. Less than 3 you all. And we have $55.55 from our very own Nordic Soy saying, Mod wants 5s? Here, take all the 5s I can give. Here's to crushing even more fundraising records. Thank you very much for all of your generous donations. And we are now sitting at $55,111. So 444 more for that goal that I want to get really fast.
Такой прикольный уровень.
My shift is over after this run, and I want to meet that by the end of my shift. So please get those donations in. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you everyone who's donating.
I love that comment.
the real Resident Evil. They're spooky. They are
spooky. Да, мгла,
I believe those loading screens. I believe those
на заборчике прыгаем.
In the theater battle.
Ну тут уже третий круг. Наша цель пройти тут все уровни.
It's in the Muppet Museum.
So imagine that. Cape Doom. This will be the last level. The last track that I have to complete, so when I complete the third lap, that will be time. I'll give you another warning.
И это последний уровень. Финальное глушило.
Because usually we do this level at the end of runs, and
просто взгляните на это, вау. Скипаем очень много. Просто жаримся и улетаем.
Where on that
красиво,
wall
красиво.
Like glance off of, there is a hole that leads to the tunnel that you can see coming up on my right. If you go in there, it costs you like 7 seconds. But hopefully, I'll be able to avoid it.
Ну, прикольно, ран. Если кто захочет выучить, вкатывайтесь. В принципе, клевая игра.
I don't know where I was going with that sentence.
И это время...
Сейчас
будет. Да, я думал, это третий круг уже. Ну-ка, очень тоненько, очень тоненько. Ну-ка, готовьте кнопки ваши ESA. Да. Ну-ка. 3, 2, 1. Опа. Изи. Чудесный раунд. Загрузочные экраны. Благодарность раннера выражает ESA. Балдеж, просто балдеж.
Yeah, close to 5:30 now.
And thanks to the Muppet community for finding all these cool tricks.
Thank you, Greenferret, for this awesome run, and of course, thanks to both of you commentators, because this was really well done, well commentated. I really enjoyed it, so thank you very much for that. We will be back after a quick intermission with the next racing game. It's Super Mario Kart, and on hosting we will have Tiny Tim 78, so you will enjoy this. Keep watching, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks so much. See you.
Have you checked out speedrunstore.com yet?